Okay. So first of all, you can see Linux is an open source operating system. Open source means the source code of the Linux main program, which is called Linux kernel, is designed by Linus Torvald. So whatever coding and program he has written to design Linux OS, he put it over the internet, which anybody can access. That's why Linux is called open source operating system. So already in this batch, 3 people have made the payment and three people have already sent the file. So I have made 3 files. In one file, theory part, uh, system alone, system admin part, second file, network admin theory part, and third file. I have made all the practical of system admin, network admin into one file. Yes. And yesterday's my previous recording also have sent all the previous recording. Mansoor, did you receive? Because Shiva, you are not there. Mansoor and to Jensen, I think I have sent it. Because we waited up to 10:30, nobody was there. Both of you were there. So can you just confirm, Mansoor, did you see?
Uh, yes, I have received it, that link,
No, previous, all the videos
the
got.
previous session. Okay, but
Uh,
I'm not unable to open that one.
why,
So
why? What it is
I
asking?
don't know, so some access issues there.
Access issue.
Yeah.
Okay. Just send to me. I can give access because of people have to give. Let me check. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Fine. So now let me continue now. So as we know, most of the people in the world are using Windows, especially for client purpose. But most of the servers are on Linux because Linux is more secure. Why Linux is more secure? Because its features, Linux features makes it Linux more secure. So first feature is why Linux it's is been designed with what extra securities compared to the Windows. Linux is designed with extra securities. Like in Windows, we have only one security firewall, but Linux OS is installed with multiple security like firewall, IP table, SC Linux. Second thing, in the Linux, the OS is designed into two level. The complete Linux OS is logically divided into two level. First level is called the shell. Second level is called the main part of the Linux OS kernel. So in Windows, you don't have the shell. So first of all, who designed this Linux OS? It is designed by Linus Torvald, a person from Finland. He is also both this gentleman, Bill Gates, who designed the Windows OS. He is also alive, and this gentleman, Linus Torvald, is also alive. Both are genius. So Windows operating system is designed by Bill Gates by using the DOS, whereas the Linux OS designed by Linus Torvald using the Unix. So Unix. So Unix is the operating system which is designed by the AT&T company, American Telephone and Telegraph. So one of the main feature in Unix is it is a very secured OS, but it works only in text mode. And another disadvantage in the Unix was that is the reason now people are not using. Unix is a hardware dependent OS. Unix is a hardware dependent OS. Hardware dependent means what happens? Hardware dependent to install the Unix flavor, which is designed by AT&T. They call that name as sys3, sys5, which can be installed only on the AT&T machine. By that, they earn a lot of money because they were the initial, that was the first company, AT&T, who designed Unix. And they kept their OS hardware dependent. Means if you want to install sys3 or sys5 Unix OS, they need to install only on AT&T machine. By that, they earn a lot of money. By seeing that, other companies like IBM, they design their own Unix with what name? AIX. So they also made Unix as what? Hardware dependent. So AIX can be installed only on IBM machine. Then HP company design HPUX Unix OS, which can be installed only on HP machine. Then Sun company designed Solaris, which became very popular. Solaris can be installed on Sun. So if you want to install, suppose AIX on the HP or Dell, can you install? No, that is the biggest drawback. So when Windows was launched by Bill Gates, he introduced two features. First, a graphical interface, and Windows is being made hardware independent. Means Windows can be installed on any hardware architecture. It doesn't require specific hardware, which is the case with the Unix. So Windows can be installed on Dell, HP, Lenovo, assembled machine on anything. So most of the people started using Windows. So once there was literally very less or no competition to them, Windows company, Microsoft company, under whom the Windows OS is released, they started releasing the license key very often because there was literally no competition to them. Then this gentleman, Linus Torvald, designed a new OS called Linux using the Unix. So what he did, the main feature which he added is Linux he made open source. Means whatever coding or program, any operating system is a collection of program. So to design that coding or to design that program, the vendor or the person who is developing, they have to write the coding and the program. So whatever coding and program he has written to design Linux, he put it over the internet, which anybody can access and modify. So that's why Linux is called open source operating system. So I repeat once again, Linux is an open source operating system. Open source means the source code of the Linux OS is which is designed by Linus Torvald is freely available over the internet. He himself kept that and given the access, which anybody can access and modify, which cannot be done in any other. Which can be done in any, which is not possible in any other OS. So using the Linux, whatever source code you put. Okay, 1 minute, I'm getting a call. So whatever coding and program the Linus Torvald written, whatever coding and program the Linus Torvald written to design Linux, he put it over the internet, which anybody can access. He given full access, can modify, can access, and also modify, can make the changes, can add something. Then you can have your own OS. That's why we have. So that's why we have so many flavors. Like some of the names are Kali Linux, Ubuntu, SUSE, Debian, Turbo Linux, Boss. Out of this, most commonly used is Red Hat. Now, Red Hat company is taken over by the IBM few years back. So most of the people who are using Linux, they are using Red Hat. So we are going to discuss this course, Red Hat through the CentOS. What is CentOS? So CentOS means the abbreviation for CentOS is Community Enterprise Operating System. So Red Hat is releasing their OS in two categories, Fedora series for home purpose and Enterprise Linux for industry. So we want to work like the administrator in industry. So we have to use the enterprise OS, similar to like server OS in Windows. So some people who are working like a Linux expert, they form an association with the intention to spread the Linux. Their intention is not to earn any money or business. So with this pure intention, they convince Red Hat people. Their intention is to spread the Linux. So what the Red Hat people is doing, or Red Hat company is doing, whenever they are releasing their OS, they are giving that source code. So exactly same thing the CentOS people is releasing. So what is the difference between Red Hat and CentOS? No difference. Only one difference is for Red Hat, they are charging to provide support. And Red CentOS is exactly same thing, installation, command, interface, everything same. But in CentOS, there is no support, but it is completely free. So we are going to discuss RHCL 7 through CentOS 7. Okay, this course. Now, one of the important feature of Linux is the complete Linux OS program is logically divided into two levels. First level is shell, which is there only in Linux, not there in other OS. Then next one is kernel. So the complete Linux OS program is divided into two levels. Level 1 is shell, level 2 is kernel. So first, what is the shell? So whenever we open the terminal, we'll go to the shell. Whenever we open the terminal, where we will go? We'll go to the shell. Means once we open the terminal to apply the command, like in Windows to apply the command, we need to open what? Command prompt. Similar to that in Linux, we need to open the terminal. So once you open the terminal, we are using what? The shell. So what is the default shell we are using in Linux? /bin/bash. This is the default shell, which is the program which we are using in Linux whenever we open the terminal. So what is the role of this shell? It is act like a security guard. First thing what it will do, it will check the command given is correct or not. If it is not correct, what it will do? It will write it immediately, command not found. Then if the command is correct, but that command is given by one of the user, it will check that user have the privilege or not. If suppose the user don't have the privilege, most of the command, only one user can use it. That is administrator. So administrator user account name in Linux is root. So suppose one of the command is executed by one user, not administrator. So that user have the privilege or not to run that command or to execute that command will be checked by the shell. So if it is not there means it will say permission denied or access denied. If that command have the privilege or the access to the normal user, then what it will do? The computer don't understand the high level language. So what the shell will do? It will convert the command which is in high level language. After first it will check command is correct. And after that, the user have the privilege. Then it will convert that command into binary. This conversion you cannot see. It happens immediately in the background. And it's sent to the kernel. So what the shell work is, first it will check the command is correct or not. If it is not correct, immediately it will show you command not found. Then if the command is correct, but given by the user who don't have the access, it will write immediately access denied, permission denied. If the user have the privilege, it will convert that command because command is given in our normal language, high level. But computer don't understand the hardware language. So the shell of the Linux operating system will convert that command from high level to binary and it's sent to the kernel. Kernel is the main program of the Linux OS. It is similar to like in our body, brain. So in our body, what the function of the brain? It will control and manage all the tasks. So who should do what task will be controlled and managed by who? Which particular body of the part? When we are doing a particular task, which particular part of the body should do which work will be decided, controlled and managed by kernel. Same way, sorry, I repeat, in our body, if we are doing any specific task, so which particular part of the body should do that particular work will be decided, controlled and managed by our brain. So within the fraction of the second, we'll do with that part only, but it will decided, controlled and managed by kernel. So same way, same way, I repeat, if suppose you are writing, do you write in the with the fingers of the your legs? No. Automatically, whatever action you are doing, our brain will control and manage which particular part of the body should do what work. Suppose I have to write something. So we will hold the pen where? Immediately in our hand. Which hand? Like suppose if you are a right-hander, you will use in right hand. If you are left-hander, you will put it in left. So it will come automatically? No. It will tell by our brain to our part, then we will start doing the task. So whatever task we are doing with whatever parts of our body, it will be controlled and managed by brain. So same way, whenever we are doing any task in Linux operating system, so who will decide after the command is correct and the user have the privilege? Once it is converted into binary by shell, the shell give that task to the kernel, or the task comes to the kernel. Now the kernel takes over. Now kernel is something like a brain, similar to like a brain. So in our body, brain is the main part. In the Linux OS, kernel is the main part. So same way, like in our body, brain control all our tasks. Who should, which particular body of the part should do what work will be decided, controlled, and managed by brain. Same way, in the Linux OS, once the task is comes to it from the shell in the binary format, then the kernel takes over. Now it will decide which particular part of the hardware. So mostly, which is the most important part in the computer CPU processor. It comes to there, then it will do the task. So the output will be in binary format. So now the kernel will send the output, which is in binary format. As a user, you cannot understand that. So it will send to the, again, shell. Shell will give the, or convert the output, which is in binary format to high level and displays on the screen. So this is what happens when we are using the Linux OS. So this shell is acting like a security guard, yes? So suppose somebody send the virus file. If you are using the Windows OS, user unknowingly, because in Windows you have what? Execute permission, so that user can run the file. He may be not knowing that is a virus file. He run that, computer will got corrupted. But if somebody send same file to Linux, user can, if they want to also execute, can they run that file? No, because user don't have the execute permission. And if that also have, so the shell will not run that, because only predefined command, whatever vendor is given, that only command it will run. It will not allow the unknown commands. So this is the security you don't have in Windows, which is there in Linux. That is why most of these company servers you will find running on Linux. Apart from that, in Windows, the files and directories or the data is identified with extension. Like if it is a text file, the extension will be .txt. If it is an executable file, .exe. If it is a database file, .dat. If it is a media file, .mp3. If it is a batch file, .bat. But in Linux, we don't have any extension. So here files and directory will be identified by symbols and alphabet. Like if it is we'll see in permission class how to check the properties. If your first character is hyphen, then it's a normal file. If a first character D means that is a hidden file. So here either you will get symbol or alphabet by which you can identify the files and directory. So like normal file, first dot will be hyphen. For hidden file, first character will be dot. For block file, first letter will be B. For soft link, yes, first letter will be L. For socket file, S. For directory, first character will be D. Like that. So in Linux, the files are created without execute permission. So these Linux codes is not only allow us to work like a system admin. So once you do this course, you will be eligible to work like a system admin. And the course content and the depth is such that even if you have a gap of 2 to 3 years, you can cover it. And with this knowledge, you can write the RSCS paper also. Some of the RSCS topic is also there. And some of the important topic which is required in real-time environment, that is also included in this course. So this course is not only suitable to make us work like admin, but it is a suitable or it is a foundation for your higher courses like AWS, DevOps, VMware, Oracle, SAP. Okay. Now I'll go through the Venkatesh for your benefit. For other already the other persons know this because I already explained. So these are Linux course, which we are discussing now. It is of roughly 30 to 34 days. Now, this course is divided into two parts: standalone, that is your system admin part, and network administration, network part. So in standalone, we will be discussing like today, introduction. Tomorrow, structure. Monday, I'll show installation again. If you join Venkatesh, otherwise, for two, three people already installation is over. I'll continue them from basic commands. So in basic commands, we'll be starting with what? How to log in, how to change the directory, how to check the content using ls. Then we will be discussing how to create file with three commands: cat, touch, and veditor. How to create file with cat, touch, and veditor. Up to this, for already over in the previous batch, but strength was less, so we continued, added one more batch. This is called add-on batch. So Venkatesh, if you join, I'll repeat from beginning. If you don't join, then to the other person, I'll start from the soft link and hard link. Okay. So now we'll be discussing how to create a, not today, maybe next week, how to create a soft link and hard link. What is the advantage of that? We'll be discussing. Then in any interview, you go as a fresher or experienced candidate, definitely 1 to 2 questions will be from booting process. So we are going to discuss in detail the booting process. Booting means loading of the OS from the hard disk to RAM. So in Linux, the OS will be loaded from hard disk to RAM in 6 stages. So all the 6 stages we will discuss in detail: BIOS, MBR. These are the 6 stages. First stage BIOS, second stage MBR, third stage graph, fourth stage is what? Kernel, fifth stage is what? Bootable file, and sixth stage is run level. So again, in the run level, we have 6 run levels. Run level 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. In each run level, what happened, specific things, we will discuss that. And which run level is default kept, that also we'll discuss. And how to change that also we'll see. Okay. After that, now we will be going to the next topic. As an administrator, we should know how to create a user. So can the employees create the account? No. So as an administrator, we have to create. So in the user administration, we'll see how to create a user account, how to assign the password, how we can check the user information, where that user information will be stored in the user database file, how to modify the user database file, along with filtering commands, how to open this database file with filtering command, like with cat, vi, with head, tail, sed, grep. These filtering commands we'll discuss. After that, we'll start the group administration. How to create a group, how to add the users into the group, and how to make group admin, where the group information will be stored in group database file. Then after that, we'll see how to apply. Group is created to apply what? Same permission to multiple users. Then how to apply the permission on users and group, we'll discuss. So in Linux, we have 3 types of permission: basic file permission, access control list, and advanced file permission. So where basic file permission is used to apply the permission categories wise, like how to apply the permission on owner, group members, and others. Then in ACL, we'll see access control list, how to apply different permission to different users and group. And after that, we'll discuss a special permission, which is called advanced file permission. 3 types of advanced file permission is there. They are set UID, set GID, and sticky bit. So all the 3 special permission we'll be discussing: set UID, set GID, and sticky bit in advanced file permission. So with that, first part in system admin will be over. Second part, we will start with disk management. So disk management means what? Managing your hard disk. So to manage the hard disk, we need to create what? Partition. So how to create a partition, we'll see. On that partition, how to implement the LVM, through which we can combine the multiple partition into a single storage space, through which we can do resize. That we will see with the LVM. Then after that, we'll see how to implement the RAID, backup of the partition or hard disk by applying RAID. So we'll be discussing software RAID with a RAID level 0, 1, 5, which is best RAID level 5. So that we will configure. Software, not hardware RAID. Then after that, as an admin, we have to make sure the company data is never lost. So to prevent the data loss, what we will be doing, we'll be taking the backup with various tools, starting with the dump command, which is used to take the backup of users' data every day. So in the dump command, we have three types of data backup. First, full backup. Second day onwards, incremental backup. Last day of the month, we'll take differential backup to add all incremental backup. Then the complete backup will be full backup plus differential backup. How to take, we'll see that with dump command. After that, how we can take the backup by compressing the data with gunzip using the tar command, we'll see. Then how to take the normal backup with CPI. So these are the three commands we'll be discussing how to take the backup. After that, we'll be discussing scheduling of jobs. At so and so time, a file should be created, a user should be created, a backup should be done. How to done? There are two tools, AT and cron tab. In that, cron tab is much better compared to AT. So we'll see AT also in cron tab. Then after that, the second part in system admin is over disk management. Now the last part will be network admin. In that, we will start with how to install the application. Before you configure the server, you should know how to install the application. So we'll be discussing how to install the application using RPM and yum by configuring yum server. Then we'll see how to configure for sharing purpose three important server, FTP, NFS, Samba. So with FTP, we can share any type of file, but not directly on any OS. With NFS, we can share both files and directory, but only Linux to Linux. But if you want to share both files and directory from Linux to Windows, Windows to Linux, we have to use Samba. All three we'll see for sharing purpose. And then for resolution purpose, we have to configure DNS server, which can convert the name into IP. So then we'll see DNS server how to configure, which can convert name into IP, which will be used in accessing the website with name because it is easier to remember name compared to IP. Then after DNS, we'll see how to host the website with Apache web server and accessing that website by name using DNS in Apache web server. After that, we'll see how to configure the DHCP server, which can assign the IP address to all the clients. So these are the basic server which will be present in all organization. Along with that, we'll see how to take the remote desktop with SSH and how to copy the data from one machine to another with SCP. Telnet nobody is using because it is not secure. Okay, so these are the total content which we are going to discuss in this course. So I hope, especially Venkatesh, I gave you the idea about what are the things we'll be discussing. So you please take a decision. You want to continue like that. So if you want to continue, please, tomorrow you join it. Tomorrow I'll take it, this file system where we will be discussing. It is Saturday, even though I'll take it if you are joining. Then tomorrow you join the session. We'll discuss the structure where exactly what data will be stored. So if you are interested, please join tomorrow. Then by Monday, you have to make a payment. So they'll make a new link. Then we will continue with the practical Monday installation. I'll show you. Okay. The installation I'll show you. After that, basic commands, everything will be covered. And you will be getting the everyday recordings. Okay. So you have any questions, any doubt, you can please unmute your mic and speak to me. Anyone, any questions, any doubt? Okay. Yes, Mansoor and Shiva, any doubt?
So tomorrow is there class, right?
No, class will be there. Are you joining, Venkatesh? Tomorrow. Tomorrow you will see, then decide and pay if you are interested on Monday. So you will be joining? Okay, then session.
Not
will-
with lamb. Either with my soul.
Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you, everyone. We'll meet tomorrow, same time, because I went outside. That's why a little bit late I log in. Tomorrow, 10:05, 10:10, I'll start. So that's it for today. Thank you, everyone. Good night. I'm closing the session.